If you're a local service-based business owner and you have a great looking website, but your competitors down the street are still getting all of your customers, well, it's probably not your design or your prices. It's something that Google did back in May, and almost nobody caught it. So here's the three reasons why it's happening to your website. Number one, it's why your service pages read like nobody actually wrote them, and why that's quietly telling Google you're not even worth ranking. Number two, it's why Google can't tell if there's a real company behind your website or just a logo got thrown up there. And that alone is why it's dropping you below your competitors who are honestly worse in your business. And number three is the one you can't even see. And it's the one that's actually causing the first two. And if you miss it, fixing the other two won't matter at all. Now, I didn't pull this information out of thin air. Google pushed a core update that finished rolling out June 2nd of 2026. And overnight, a ton of local businesses watched their customers stop coming. And these weren't a bunch of just spammy sites or broken websites. These were sites that actually looked completely fine. But all the sites that we managed here at Presto Media actually held up, and that's just not luck. That's the difference between them and you, and it comes down to three things. So let's get into the first reason. So reason number one, and I actually want you to pause the video and do this with me. Pull up your own services pages up right now because you're going to see this on your own website. Now look at the photos first. That's probably not your work in those pictures. It's not your team or your equipment or anything you do in your business. And here's the thing. Google's been able to spot stock library images for years now. And honestly, so can your customers way faster than you actually think. Then I want you to go through and read the words. Are they saying things like quality service since 2009? Or we take pride in our work? Or family owned and operated? Every single one of these things is true about you, but none of it actually proves anything about you. And anybody could write those things on their website. So here's a way you can test it. Cover up your logo and imagine your competitor's name at the top of your website instead. Does the page still make sense? Because if it does, you didn't write a page that's about your business. You wrote a page about the whole industry in general. So take a look at this page right here. This is a screenshot of a competitor of one of our clients. And if you notice, the photo on there is not a real photo. This is a stock image that's probably found on Canva or anywhere else online. Other part two is take a look at the copy. The copy says a variety of roofing services for residential properties. Like, who talks like that? Nobody says those things. So nobody's going to look at this thing and go, oh, or Google's not going to look at it and go, oh, this website's different from everybody else's. It's going to be exactly the same the way people see it. So they're not going to see you as a different company. They're just going to see you as just another business. So now take a look at one of our clients' websites. They first have a real photo of a real job they completed of a metal roof in their market or area. So that house is going to be relatable to them. Plus, Google's going to see that, hey, this photo was taken in that market or in that area. Second, the words on the page are actually explaining and providing value to a customer, saying like, hey, knowing when it's time for a roof replacement. That's information they want to know. And it walks through step by step of like, hey, this is what you're going to need to know. And signs of like, hey, this is when you're probably going to need time for roof replacement. That way, they're more than likely to reach out for the customer because this is based on the experience that company has had with customers and, of course, their experience as a roofing company. Now you can see an example of what you're looking for. It's time for you to do the swap test. Look on your website, cover up your logo, drop in a competitor's name. Does this page still work for their business? If yes, it isn't about your business at all. It's about the industry as a whole, and nobody's going to see you different, especially Google, and make you an authority in your market for people to reach out to you compared to your competitors. So now that's the first reason, and that's the one you can actually see. But there's a second one you probably felt without being able to name what it is. All right, so reason number two is go back to the same website, and this time try to figure out who actually runs the place. Now, most of the time you can't. There's no owner's name anywhere. You can't find any faces or who works there. Nothing tells you who your customer is actually going to be dealing with when they call your business. That's not just a branding thing, it's actually a trust thing. And Google has spent the last 2 years building systems specifically to sniff that out online. So you've probably heard people throw out the word EEAT, which means experience, expertise, authority, and trust. But strip out all the jargon that comes with it, and it's really just one question Google's asking. Is this a real person behind the business, and can you actually prove it? And the proof is going to be stuff that you already have. So a real about page with actual people in it, your licensing number, your insurance, certifications with the name who actually issued them, Putting things on there like years in business tied to something that's actually real, not just a badge graphic somebody dropped in there from Fiverr or whoever built your website. Then putting places of like where you actually do work. Name the towns that you work in and then prove you actually been there. If you work in Birmingham, Alabama, but most of your jobs were in Hoover, Vestavia, or Pelham, hey, they're going to want to hear that. They're going to know that. That means you're actually part of the community and you know the area, which means you could be trusted. Then let's talk about your reviews on your website. Half the time, they're just sitting there in some type of widget that was put in there doing absolutely nothing when they should be attached to the actual job and the actual page that they belong to. So bottom line, if a stranger lands on your website, they should be able to figure out who runs the business or the company in about 10 seconds. And most owners can't pass this on their own website. You could have been doing business for 18 years and the internet has no idea you exist as a person. So check out this competitor's About Us page. It literally just says, Professional Roofers in Birmingham, Alabama has a contact form and then just blabs about the business in general, just talking about the service area. It's obvious this was optimized for SEO for back in the day, but nothing about the actual company owner, who people are going to deal with, and why they should call this business. Then if you check out this page, you can see real photo of the actual business owner. Then you can also check out and see the story of how they're a second generation roofing company. So when you call this business, you know exactly what you're getting. And it's a unique story to that business owner and that business, not the same stuff that was down the street. And here's the thing, none of these pages are lying to you. Both are saying things that are actually true, but one of them proves there are real people behind the business, and the other one just has a logo on it. So guess which one Google's going to trust? So here's what's actually happened over the past couple of years. You probably hired an agency or your web developer guy or freelancer or maybe some tool that you bought. You started generating your pages instead of actually writing them. And on the surface level, this probably worked, especially with the upcoming of AI. So now you've got maybe 12 service pages and 30 location pages in a week, which feels like progress. Like you got all this content out and the word count on your website went way up. But here's the problem. Word count isn't actual information. You can crank out 2,000 words on a blog post and say absolutely nothing. And you can probably do it in 9 seconds for free with ChatGPT or Claude. Now, I want to be absolutely clear, because I'm not anti-AI anything. We actually use it every single day. AI is not really the villain here. It's just an accelerant to putting fuel on the fire. AI is just generic and it's manufactured at an industrial scale. And Google really is good at spotting that kind of stuff. Because these generated pages all have the same telltale signs. They're going to answer questions that nobody's asked. They're going to define words the customers already know. And remember the line from one of the other sites where it said something like the company you choose should be an expert at what they do? Well, nobody on earth has ever needed to read that sentence. So go back to this About Us page for just a second. Once again, you can tell it was probably written by AI slop to hit every keyword that Google tells you to or the SEO gurus tell you to, so that you'll show up in search when it comes to people searching for your services. But here's the thing. You can tell it was written by AI. And if you can tell it's written by AI, a homeowner is going to be able to tell, or a customer. And then Google's definitely going to be able to tell. So they're going to see it as AI emptiness. And they're not going to rank your business or show it to people because you're not legitimate, or at least you're not proving you're a legitimate company. So now you know everything that's wrong about it. Let's show you what it should actually look like. So a page that actually earns trust has information on it that exists nowhere else on the internet. Well, almost. Your jobs, your photos, your customers, your numbers, your town. It's actually human beings on the site, people that are named, their pictures, people standing behind the work that they do. It can be so specific that if you swap the competitor's name in, the page would suddenly be false. And that's the bar you need to be setting on your websites. And that's what Google's looking for. It answers the real questions the customers have at that moment, instead of just padding out a word count to satisfy Google, which was accurate back in the day, but not now. So fewer pages can be done, but there needs to be more proof, and that's going to work every single time. Now, here's the part that I really need you to hear. This is not a design problem. You cannot buy your way out of this with like a new website. A brand new website with nothing real on it just is a nicer looking version of the same empty building that's not going to get you customers. The businesses that are winning right now aren't necessarily better than you. They're not better marketers. They're probably not even better at the actual work that you do. They just have a website that proves what they do, and yours doesn't yet. So that's what we do here at Preston Media. We actually help you build the proof in your website. So Google is actually going to rank you, and your customers are going to trust you before they ever even pick up the phone. So if you want us to ever take a look at your website, the link's below to book a call. We'll check it out and give you an honest look of what you need to do to change it.